Hello, this is Victoria Fear, Programs Associate at the Miami Foundation. I'd like to thank you for joining me on today's webinar, Give Miami Day 101, Learn the Basics. This webinar is intended to inform Give Miami Day beginners of how the day works and all of the things you need to know to get started on a successful Give Miami Day campaign. As you may already know, Give Miami Day is a 24-hour online giving event hosted by the Miami Foundation. In 2014, we hosted our third annual event. This event was so successful. We had 520 nonprofits throughout Miami-Dade County participate in Give Miami Day. Over 12,000 donors made over 19,000 gifts to raise $5.2 million in just 24 hours. On this screen, you can see a recap of some of our most successful nonprofits that either raised the most amount of money or had the highest number of donations. Please don't freak out when you see these numbers. These are definitely extraordinary cases, but we welcome one and all to participate in this day of giving. And every organization should set their own goals that reflect their capabilities and capacity as an organization. And we're really excited to support you on this journey of a really exciting day of fundraising in Miami-Dade County. So Give Miami Day is open to all nonprofit organizations serving Miami-Dade County. You must be a 501c3 organization or a philanthropic fund at the Miami Foundation. If you are a 501c3, there's one document that was new as of 2014 as a requirement that was alarming to some folks. So that's called the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Certificate of Solicitation. And I'll review that in more depth later in the presentation. As an overview, Give Miami Day provides a vehicle for nonprofits to raise dollars with the incentive of bonus dollars and prizes throughout the day. So the Miami Foundation actively fundraises throughout the year for this bonus pool and prize pool, and I'll cover those in more depth later as well. For the Miami Foundation, this is an extension of our mission to increase philanthropy in our community, and we create the opportunity for Miamians throughout the world to make a charitable gift to a local nonprofit. That's right, you don't have to be based in Miami to support Miami's nonprofit organizations. We invite your supporters from all over the globe to give to your organization on Give Miami Day. The entire event is online and lives at givemiamiday.org. Donors are able to search by name or by category and make donations. There'll be a live leaderboard on the website that divides by nonprofit organization's size and shows how each organization is doing throughout the day. And each nonprofit has a unique URL that allows them to access their donor data and refresh for real-time donor information throughout the 24-hour event. So, as I mentioned, Give Miami Day is entirely online and lives on givemiamiday.org. We've created a page called the Nonprofit Toolkit that has all of the tools you need to make Give Miami Day 2015 a success. If you click on the Nonprofit Toolkit tab at the top of givemiamiday.org, you'll find the following: a registration guidebook for returning and first-time users, a preparation timeline to provide helpful hints on planning a successful Give Miami Day campaign, rules and frequently asked questions, our live in-person training session dates, logos, graphics, videos, and webinars, including this one. So, how do you participate in Give Miami Day? Well, first of all, the deadline to register for the event is October 29th at 4 p.m. This year, 2015, we launched a brand new registration process. So we launched the site you see in front of you, which is called Nonprofit Central. This is a year-round nonprofit database of all the organizations doing great work throughout Miami-Dade County. When you complete your registration form, it serves actually two purposes. One, you'll be added to our year-round database, Nonprofit Central, and you'll be registered for Give Miami Day. So these two sites are streamlined. So once your profile is approved on Nonprofit Central, you're registered for Give Miami Day. So how to access this page is to go to that Nonprofit Toolkit on givemiamiday.org and follow the guidebook that's provided there with step-by-step instructions on how to successfully complete your profile. This is the page that you will be navigated to from the guidebook. The picture on the left is for returning nonprofits. So if you have ever participated in Give Miami Day before, or even started a profile on our previous registration platform, you are considered an existing user. If you're brand new and have never participated in Give Miami Day before, you're considered a new user. So returning users will see the screen on the left, and new users will see the screen on the right. The screen on the right is a little bit more self-explanatory. It's simply the registration form. But for those of you that are returning, let me explain the screen on the left pretty briefly. So Kindia, the name you see at the top of the screen, that's our web developer, our platform provider, and we're one of their clients, along with several other community foundations and organizations across the country that host giving days similar to Give Miami Day. So from that drop-down, that's foundation/event, you would select the Miami Foundation Nonprofit Central. Then you can type either your organization's EIN or legal name and press the orange button that says Send Me Giving Day Profile URL. Now this site can be a little bit finicky. You have to enter your organization's name exactly as it appears on your profile. So you might have to finagle how you write your name a little bit. And also it doesn't accept hyphens in EIN. So try removing the hyphen in your EIN and see if that works. Upon pressing that orange button, it will indicate who on your staff this email has been sent to. And you would check with your inbox or your colleague's inbox to see if it was successfully received. If you have any trouble accessing this link, please give me a call or shoot me an email and I'll be happy to help. So, I apologize, this is not the correct font, but you'll still get the point that here's a short list of the required information on this year's registration platform for Give Miami Day. So it's a little bit more extensive as last year especially, and again that's because this profile serves two purposes, Give Miami Day as well as the year-round nonprofit database, Nonprofit Central. So first, organization details like your name and contact information, mission statement, and logo. Then we require at least one image and description. You have the capability of adding 2 videos and up to 10 images, but again, only 1 is required. Programs is the next tab, and you can add up to 5 program name and descriptions of the work that you do, but only 1 program description and name is required. Board and staff, we require at least the name of your board chair and your CEO or executive director. You can add up to 10 names in both the board and the staff categories. Financials. Here's where we run into the most amount of problems on this site. There's a few things that are required on the Financials tab. A 1-page organizational budget, your certificate of solicitation from the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, your most recent Form 990 that was filed with the IRS, and your IRS letter of determination. Now, a lot of folks tend to upload your tax-exempt certificate from the Florida Department of Revenue. Please be advised this is not a required document. We do not need a copy of your tax-exempt certificate. All of this information is available in more detail in the guidebook on the Nonprofit Toolkit, so I encourage you to check there for more detailed information. The last thing I'd like to mention on this page is that the maximum file size for uploads is 5 megabytes or 5,000 kilobytes. Please check the size of all of your PDF uploads and JPEG file image uploads, as the entire form cannot handle more than 25 megabytes worth of uploads. So the smaller your files are, the better. The system does tend to crash when files are too large. So please be very cautious about the size of your files when you're uploading. Okay, so to focus a little bit more on the Solicitation of Contribution Certificate. This is a requirement by Florida state law that indicates that your organization is certified to solicit donations in the state of Florida. There are some religious and educational institutions that are exempt from this requirement, but the majority of nonprofit organizations are required to have this letter. As you can see, I've included a copy of what the Miami Foundation certificate looks like so that you can be advised what you're looking for. A lot of times organizations have this and they might just not know about it, so I would check with your finance team to see if they already have it on file. If not, you can call the department for more information. Their phone number is very easy. It's just 1-800-HELP-FLA. So moving on beyond the registration process, I'd like to move now into how the actual day of works. So donations. Donors can make a gift on givemiamiday.org by using a debit, credit, or gift card, or if your donor has a fund at the Miami Foundation, they can make a gift through their donor-advised fund. Donor-advised fund gifts do not have fees. So if you have a donor that you think might be making a gift through Give Miami Day that is a significant number of dollars, encourage them to connect with our team here and establish a named fund. We're also here throughout the year to assist you and your organization with endowment services. But that's a story for another time. Donations are 100% tax deductible. When a donor makes a gift on givemiamiday.org, they will automatically receive an email confirmation that details their gift and provides the tax language they need for that tax deduction. We encourage you to thank your donors, but there is no need for you to include that tax language as we have already done so in our email receipt. Please be advised that gifts cannot provide a benefit to your donors. That means no tickets, no baskets or raffle prizes or gifts in exchange for their monetary gift. Otherwise, those gifts are not tax deductible. By year's end, organizations will receive an electronic payment with their donations, their bonus percentage, and any prizes won. I'd like to note that all nonprofit organizations that participate in Give Miami Day are responsible for absorbing those credit card and transaction fees. So last year, these were around 5.12%. Now the transaction fee is from our platform provider, Kimbia. That's the cost that they allocate for transactions. And then we aggressively work with credit card companies to get the lowest possible credit card fees. And so between Kimbia's fees and credit card company fees, it's a little over 5%. Well, that was the fee last year in 2014. We're still determining the fee for this year, but it should be no more than 5.5%. So that's why we always encourage folks to give through their fund if they do have a fund at the Miami Foundation, because as I mentioned, those gifts do not have any fees. So how will you know how much you raised? The Miami Foundation provides links to nonprofits about 7 to 10 days before Give Miami Day. And this includes the direct link to your donation page on givemiamiday.org, as well as a link called a donation report. When you click that link, you should automatically receive an Excel sheet download. When you open up that Excel workbook, it will have all of your donors' data, their name, their credit card information, the confirmation number of their payment, their phone number and their address and their email. Now, if you click that link throughout Give Miami Day on November 19th, the report will automatically refresh with real-time data. So that's how you'll know who's making gifts to your organization on Give Miami Day. We also urge you to check that report after the event has concluded for that final information on your donors. Next, I'd like to talk about the bonus pool. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, the bonus pool is fundraised by the Miami Foundation to provide additional dollars for participating nonprofits. This is an incentive pool. We try to stretch the gifts you receive a little bit further. So last year, say you raised $1, then we were able to help stretch that gift to $1.09. So the bonus pool is determined after the event because it is prorated on the total bonus pool dollars raised as well as the total donations raised during the event. So unfortunately, we are unable to provide the exact bonus pool percentage until a few weeks after Give Miami Day. All donations between $25 and $10,000 are eligible for these bonus dollars. So for an example, if the bonus pool is $300,000 and the total of all eligible gifts raised during Give Miami Day is $3 million, then the bonus is 10 cents on the dollar, or 10%. Now, I want to urge everyone to remember that this is called a bonus pool and not a match pool. So please remember to use that language to avoid confusion with your donors. The pool's purpose is to help stretch your gifts a little further, not to provide a one-to-one match. Next, our prize pool. We also fundraise for a prize pool to be able to provide prizes throughout Give Miami Day. Now, in 2014, we did these hourly. They were either $500 or $1,000 gifts. So over the course of 24 hours, we awarded $25,000 in prizes. The full list of prizes will be published to givemiamiday.org approximately 1 month before the event. And you'll see that several of the prize categories mention something called a unique gift. A unique gift is defined as a gift of at least $25 made to one organization from one donor. So if a donor makes 5 gifts to your organization, that only counts as one unique gift because it's one donor. So please be advised, if you are trying to vie for a prize that is based on the largest number of unique donors, you need several donors in order to be able to win that prize. So the same donor can't make 10 gifts to your organization. You have to have 10 different donors making gifts. So here's an example of one of our prizes from 2014, the Lunchtime Espresso Prize. $1,000 awarded to the organization that receives the most unique donations between noon and 2 p.m. Here is a partial list of our sponsors as of September 2015. This list will be added onto as we get closer to the event, and we have all of our sponsors listed online at givemiamiday.org. And I included this slide to remind you to thank your donors as well as our donors. The Miami Foundation does not do this alone. We have the excellent support of the organizations listed here and all of our donors to come. And we are so supportive and grateful for their gift to be able to provide the bonus and prize pools to your organization. So we encourage you to thank our donors and sponsors as well as your own. We encourage you to be creative and create opportunities for your donors to match your organization's total amount raised, or even try pledge cards to remind your donors to give and support your organization in advance of November 19th. More information on creative ideas for marketing and social media strategy can be found on our other webinar posted on the Nonprofit Toolkit. That is led by our Director of Communications, Matthew Beatty, and has just oodles of amazing information on how you can have a successful Give Miami Day campaign through communication strategies. So that's about it. This is my last slide, and some of these dates have now passed, but I would like to remind folks listening that we do have a training session on Wednesday, October 14th at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex. This is a peer learning panel where you can learn from organizations that were particularly successful in last year's campaign. The featured speakers are from Miami Rescue Mission, Touching Miami with Love, and the Cushman School. As a reminder, the deadline to have an approved profile is October 29th. And then, as I mentioned earlier, approximately 7 to 10 days before Give Miami Day, during the week of November 9th, we will send you all those links to your specific profile on givemiamiday.org, as well as the donor data report. And lastly, of course, the big day itself, November 19th, is Give Miami Day. So I urge you to contact me if I can provide any additional information. Again, my name is Victoria Fear. I'm the Programs Associate at the Miami Foundation, and I'm here to help you. Best of luck for a successful campaign.